Hello, weekend reading. So Saturday 4th, Sunday the 5th of March. There's a big pause, wasn't it? What month are we in? Collected reading, all signs. Okay, we are using the Lightseers Tarot. We've had an interesting week of readings, haven't we? Where it's been, ooh, that's a nice card. It's been all over the place, hasn't it? There's been a lot about being the mentor, about being the student, about being the teacher, about being connected. We've had some street drama to speak of out of the window. There's not much happening today, but you know, there's been bits and pieces. I've liked this week. I've enjoyed the readings. Let me know in the comments section if you'd enjoyed the readings this week. I've found speaking a challenge for some reason. Yeah. I'm just deciding whether to do reversals, and it's a yes. We're doing reversals. Okay, Lightseers Tarot, what do we need to know? Cool. Them's the cards. There's quite a few. Oh God, Major Arcana, a go-go. Right, okay. Let's have a looky-see. And let's get into it. Okay. Right. I'm going to talk about the two cards at the bottom first because those were my overall energy cards. And they're both in the reverse. That's just the deck that you can see down there. So we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And here's what it looks like in the upright. Ooh, got some crows. And we've got the Empress in the reverse, Major Arcana energy. So there's something here that's not quite how you would have written it if it was your own book. It's not quite how you want it, but it's still quite good. And this happens sometimes. Give them what they want, but not how they want it. Was one, and I'm trying to remember who it was that said that. It was a writer. Might have been Lewis Carroll, I'm not sure. Give them what they want, but not how they want it. When you get the Six of Pentacles in reverse, there is a certain lack of generosity about it, because obviously, you know, it's a card with a hand putting money into another hand. And very often when you look at the Rider-Waite version of this card, you've got a king giving money, giving alms to the poor, which was something that went on, isn't it, in the sort of feudal England and all the rest of it. So there's a sense also of energy here because the Empress is divine feminine energy and is the mother figure. It's the feminine energy of the tarot, and we've got the moon. And there's just a kind of feeling here that this could have been softer. This energy could have been softer. It could have been gifted more graciously. But nevertheless, I think you still get it. And sometimes the outcome outweighs what happens during the actual process. So some of you might be looking for a raise at work, or you might be looking for more cooperation or simpatico feeling in a relationship, more generosity actually. Either way, you're looking for more generosity. And also, and this is always difficult and awkward to bring up, but let's do it. Sometimes when you're looking for more generosity, you have to watch your own level of generosity, because as humans, when we're not receiving well from somebody, when they're perhaps being a bit tight about feelings or money or whatever it is, we can get into our own cubicle of defensiveness. And that might happen. It's very natural, it's very normal, it's very human. But at the same time, it's just the universe is kind of reaching out here and saying, look, this is a bit clumsy. It's not quite how you want it. It's not the way you would have written it. But nevertheless, I still like to give it to you. It's still heading your way. It's just the timing is weird. And the mechanism is not what you think it should be, and it might not in the initial stages seem quite fair. We've got the Two of Cups at the beginning of the reading, which is Venus in Cancer. Gorgeous energy. It's like unity. And it's kind of, normally when I get the Two of Cups, it's a straightforward, beautiful Hallmark relationship card. You know, it's partnership, it's coming together, it's all that kind of stuff. But I get something here about blending of opposites. And I think it was yesterday we did a reading that was about not necessarily compromising to hold the peace and living in your own truth. And I feel like the Two of Cups here are two people united in living their own truths together. That whole cheesy t-shirt thing, the tea towel one, of, you know, something about not two people looking at each other, but two people looking out in the same direction. Kind of getting that without wanting to be tea towelly on you. I feel that energy. Then we have the Star in the reverse, and the Star is the emotional wish card. It is the card of making your dreams come true, pulling the star down, making it happen for you. It's Aquarius energy, so it's also ruling social stuff and friendships. You can pull, and your pulling works, like you're manifesting or whatever you want to call it, but at the same time, you don't get to choose the fish you hook, but you do hook the fish. I know. Then we have, and that rings true with Justice being in the reverse as well. When Justice is in the reverse, it pure and simple just ain't fair. And it's that whole thing that you probably remember your mum saying, and I definitely remember mine saying, you know, life ain't fair, just isn't. Probably was not built to be. But there's also that fable that we've talked about recently, and I can never remember it, but something to do with a bloke having all kinds of things happen to him, and him refusing to say, isn't it amazing that this happened to me? Or isn't it terrible that this happened to me? He just kind of says, we'll see. Because he realizes that some amazing things have terrible consequences and some terrible things have amazing consequences. And again, it will seem slightly unfair with this energy of Justice in reverse. The more you embrace that, the better. 10 of Wands here at the end, reaching the end of something. So this has been a bit of a weary battle, this particular situation, because, and this happens a lot on Gemstone Tarot, we pull 2 tens. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, which is a far more generous card. It's the card at the end of this pentacle suit where you can kind of say you've made it to that particular destination. Now, as we know in life, as soon as you make it to a destination, the destination moves. And it's like we are constantly moving towards pushing towards a moving target. But there's something about the 10 of Pentacles that's generational, that's solid, okay? So don't worry, is what I'm trying to say. You do get there, but not taking the route you think. And then we have the Scorpio card of death and rebirth. And this is a complete kind of sea change. And I like this. And the energy of this, it could be Saturn moving into Pisces on the 7th of March. When's the next moon? Is it the 5th? No. We have a full moon on the 7th when Saturn enters Pisces. Gosh, that's quite a big deal, isn't it? She's like, that's a big deal. Okay. So I would keep your eye on that for this reading and for the fulfillment of something, because full moons often represent the shedding of something and the fulfillment. I think it's in Virgo. I like a full moon in Virgo. But we've got full moon in Virgo with Saturn entering Pisces. Ooh, that is interesting energy. Anyone who wants to weigh in on the astrology of that, please do. But either way, let's recap. So we have the 2 of Cups. This is something you want here. There's some sort of union. There's some kind of friendship, love relationship, whichever way. The way you want it, the manifesting is good, but you don't choose which fish you can hook, but you still hook the fish. Justice, not in your favour. Doesn't have to be. You can still manifest when justice is not in your favour. And also, some of the time it's not going to be in your favour, so you might as well learn to work with that energy. 10 of Wands, this is the end of quite a weary path here. You've put a lot of work in. This feels like Saturn. being released into Pisces in a way. And I know that sounds weird, but it feels like when Saturn moves into Pisces, Saturn does better out of it than Pisces does. That's just my thoughts on it. Because Pisces offers Saturn expansion, and Saturn offers Pisces contraction, which both need. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. And the Empress and the Six of Pentacles, there is a lack of generosity. It could have been done a lot easier, but it isn't. And sometimes it isn't, and we just have to learn to live with that. And also, it's better than learning to live with it. We can thrive off it. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.